how should the Democratic Party and just a political party in general weigh the risks of antagonizing those who have so much power and wealth and control over the media environment?
Yeah, David, you're right that it's a risk to antagonize and run against the richest and most powerful people in the world. But I think it's a risk that we have to take, because the risk of not going after them, the risk of just letting things get worse and worse as they get more and more power, I think it's a bigger risk. And so you sometimes got to experiment with the risks you're going to take. And so there was a big experiment here just a couple of months ago with this Wisconsin Supreme Court race. Now, why does somebody care about a Supreme Court race in Wisconsin? Well, Wisconsin is one of the key swing states in this country, and how the Supreme Court has its districts and its rules have enormous political implications. And so Elon Musk went and put a record amount of money into electing the Trump Supreme Court justice in Wisconsin. He put in untold sums of money because, like you just pointed out, we antagonized him. But then there was a question that the Democratic Party had to answer. Are we going to go all in and keep making the whole campaign about how this billionaire is buying an election, antagonizing him to have him spend even more money? Or do we kind of take our foot off the gas and say, we'll make this more about issues and less about Elon Musk, and let's see which one works? Well, in this case, we tested out going all in on Elon Musk. All the ads were about how Elon Musk had bought the election. All of the media you saw was Elon Musk wearing a cheese head hat because he was trying to pretend that he was from like Wisconsin somehow, where, of course, we get a ton of our nation's dairy and cheese. And he's way outspent the Democrats. But guess what? We actually won the election by way more than we ever expected we would. And why was that? The answer is we turned his greatest power, his amount of money and his arrogance, into their greatest weakness. And that way, what we wanted was every time that a voter saw an ad from Elon Musk, every time they saw an ad paid for by Elon Musk or maybe paid for by Elon Musk, it reminded them why they were voting for the opposite candidate than what Elon Musk was promoting. Every time they saw Musk tweet about the Wisconsin Supreme Court race at the top of their feed because he owns Twitter now, it reminded them why they think the opposite of what the guy that owns the platform thinks. And so it's in the martial art of jujitsu, you use your opponent's strength against them. And so when you have somebody that's arrogant and thinks they control everything because they've got all the money and all the power, but most of the voters actually don't really like that, then you try to use their strength against them. It's a risk, David. It's a legit question. And so I'm not here to tell you I'm 100% right about everything. But leaders, and I'm chair of the Progressive Caucus here in Congress, we have to make our best call and take the right risks.